Hello everyone, hope you're well. First, a quick update on Lee Essentials. Since Lee really isn't a 15-move character, creating his video took a little bit longer than usual, but production is now wrapping up and Lee Essentials is scheduled for release tomorrow. As ever, thank you for your patience. So, the big Tekken news this past week was, of course, Geese Howard. Being a big SNK fan, I was really excited to try him out, and I'm happy to say he does not disappoint. Geese, very much like Akuma, is a character that is balanced around meter. Without it, I would describe him as a pretty good counter-hit baiting character with some excellent mids, good pressure from his cancels, average lows, and possibly the worst whiff and block punishment in the game, since he has no standing launchers. Once he has one bar though, and gains access to max mode, he really comes alive. His pressure game skyrockets, and he gains access to a 14-frame mid-knee string that combos on hit and is plus on block. Aside from being pretty insane, this really helps out with his meterless punishment issues. And with 2 bars, he can start punishing -10 moves for 50 plus damage. This is not even mentioning his counters, particularly the mid one. Being able to land a 100 plus combo because the opponent did a simple down forward 1 is pretty incredible. And I think Geese will do very well against characters who like to constantly harass opponents with safe, fast mids, such as Nina, Lee, Miguel, or Shaheen. Anyway, I took Geese for a ranked spin on the Twitch stream the other day, and after a bit of a learning curve where I had to constantly remind myself to use meter in a Tekken game, I think I'm beginning to get the hang of the big bad Goose Man. Along the way, I had a pretty interesting set against a Chloe player, and since the Steve commentary and analysis video went down quite well, I'm gonna make this a regular thing. Anyway, enough talk, on with the matches.
Stay down, maggot. Come on. This might be amusing.
Are you ready?
Round 1. Fight.
At the start of the match, I backdash as usual to try and get a sense of what kind of player my opponent is. The Chloe does a neutral hop kick, which is quite a common tactic for a Chloe. Since her hurt box doesn't move forward, this makes it harder to punish. I try to start pressure with Geese's forward 3, but since I'm still not entirely sure of his ranges, I whiff. Thankfully, the opponent doesn't launch punish. Geese's down 4 doesn't do much damage, but it combos on counter hit and is fast and evasive. Crucially, it also cancels to his command normals, in this case forward 3, which is +1 on block. This whole sequence is very risky, but I'm trying to gauge how patient my opponent is. Since they're turtling up, I go for a throw, and since they fail to break, this is a big sign that this is a weakness I should exploit. After throwing a few Repukens to encourage the opponent to sidestep, I dash in and do a homing move. In this case, Geese is down forward 2, which is very powerful since it is safe and combos on counter hit. Sure enough, a second throw attempt works.
Round 2. Fight.
Geese's back 3-2 string when he has meter is absolutely one of the craziest moves in the game. It is a 14-frame mid-launcher that is plus on block. Moreover, it hits very close to the ground, making it useful against characters like Chloe, Eddie, and Ling. Usually with a new character, you can get away with little cheeky low strings like this, so I was really surprised that this Chloe managed to block and punish properly. Kudos. Since Chloe blocked the low the last time, I go for the safe mid-ender. You'll notice in these matches I'm using a lot of Repukens. This is particularly effective against Chloe, since her main way to initiate her offense is by rolling in. This roll will go under even many mids, but Eliza and Geese can simply swat it away. Geese's 1-1-2 leaves him at a hefty +7 on hit. I try to catch any retaliation with Geese's down forward 1-4, which is actually very punishable at -14, albeit with some pushback. Fortunately, this Chloe doesn't seem to know that. It does give her a free rage drive attempt though. On block, this leaves her at about +3. However, Chloe's lows aren't particularly dangerous. She does have one particularly lethal throw though, which is her 1+2, but she doesn't have any 1 or 2 command throws to mix it up with. Now, I can't see throws on reaction like some players can, especially with Chloe's stupid cat paws. But in this situation, a 1+2 throw was the only way she could have stole this round, so I broke 1+2. But still got hit by the hop kick anyway, because like an idiot I went for a low. As mentioned in our last commentary and analysis video, in this kind of life lead situation, there was no reason to stick my neck out like this. This Chloe player also seems to know that Geese's rage art is quite unique in that it's a high unblockable. So overall, I was really impressed at this player's knowledge, considering Geese was only out for like 2 days at this point.
Fight.
Having noticed in the last round that this Chloe player likes to hop kick when under pressure, I use mids to keep him honest. The following combo is about as unoptimized as it gets, but at least it's something. Again, I find myself in a similar situation, having blocked Chloe's rage drive. Since this player is now aware that I'm going to break the 1+2 throw, this time they go for Chloe's annoying, but not particularly damaging lows. After her roll, Chloe can go for a hit confirmable mid that does massive damage. So it's really not best to attack her, and again just tank the low and wait for your opportunity to go for a mid.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
Geese's back 3-2 to max mode is one of his best moves, so I need to make sure this combo is more consistent. This was a pretty silly and unnecessary low jab from me, especially considering that Chloe's pressure game is pretty weak. Ducking in predictable situations like this is a very bad habit in Tekken, and I need to make sure to exploit this. Again, my unfamiliarity with Geese's combos is costing me rounds here. Still distracted by that missed combo opportunity, I completely neglect to break Chloe's 1+2 throw, costing me the round.
Final round. Fight.
Why did I press buttons here? Should have max cancelled here for a combo. So, due to a few critical errors in judgment and execution, Chloe takes this first match. But this still feels within my grasp, so let's see what adjustments needed to be made.
Are you ready?
Round 1. Fight.
Noticing that my opponent loves to hop kick when under pressure, and doesn't know how to punish down forward 1-4 properly, I'm using a lot more mids. My combos still leave something to be desired though. I was very lucky this down 4 didn't get punished. Probably chalk it up to this player's unfamiliarity with Geese. I'm also using a lot more Reppukens and Jaikens, since this does a good job of stifling Chloe's approach with rolls. Finally using Geese's pressure from max cancels properly.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
This player seems to have grasped that Geese's down forward 1-4 is actually quite punishable, so I should use it less. Again, I float Chloe's hop kick with a mid, and again my combo sucks. A big reason you see a lot of green and even yellow rank Chloe's abusing her up 3 hop kick is that it goes under many highs as well as crushing lows. It is, however, -17 on block, so can be launched punished. So in all those situations where I floated Chloe with a down forward 1, I could have just backdashed and got an even bigger punish. Movement is always one of the most powerful options at your disposal in Tekken.
Fight.
As mentioned before, Chloe has an incredibly powerful mid out of her back roll, but her lows are pretty poor, so I can easily tank a few, back off, and then continue to thwart her rolls with Reppukens and Jaikens. At this point, the Chloe player is clearly getting frustrated with the Jaikens and looking for a way to beat this move. The mid-high variation, which is half circle back 3, is safe on block, but the second hit can of course be ducked and launched. The mid variation done with half circle back 4 is -14 and block punishable, but of course can't be ducked, as the Chloe player tried to do here. Since I just punished this Chloe for trying to duck, I feel a bit more confident this time in going for the low, and it works out. I could have EX'd my quarter circle back 2 though, and gotten a launcher off that low and ended the round then and there. At this point, the Chloe really has no choice other than to go in, so I keep her out with another Reppuken.
You will know your place.
Playing a new character can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, the opponent may fail to punish you properly, but on the other hand, you yourself won't be entirely familiar with move ranges, and will probably miss a few combos. This is particularly true for characters with unique mechanics like Geese's meter bar. First and foremost, I really need to get down my execution with Geese, because not only am I leaving a lot of damage on the table, these missed combo opportunities are also quite distracting, leading to some lapses of concentration in critical match situations. This is also another bad habit I need to work on, which is not to linger on mistakes, but rather roll with the punches. What was the deciding factor in winning this match was using the correct moves against Chloe's evasive roll. Against characters like Chloe, Ling, and Eddie, it is very important that you know which of your moves hit close to the ground. If you're having trouble in such matchups, go into training mode and find which of your character's moves beat things like Eddie's Relax, Ling's Art of Phoenix, and Chloe's Roll. Thanks so much for watching another commentary and analysis video. If you enjoyed this, head on over to our Twitch and help me out with the Geese ranked grind. Take care, have a nice day, and catch you again real soon.